Happy Tuesday. Tuesday. Whew. Day 1, 2, 3 of this hairdo that I did on Sunday. Not too bad. Put some Carol's daughter curl refreshing spray on it. I don't know if it worked. But it looks all right. I'm giving them real natural. From the scalp, baby. I've been obsessed over what Amanda Seales has deemed the Alabama Tea Party. What she call it? The Alabama Tea Party something. August 5th, 2023. We need to celebrate it the way we celebrate Juneteenth, okay? If you've been under a rock or you don't follow Black urban news, at this point, it has hit Caucasian news at this point. But for those of us in the culture who found out on Saturday evening, Sunday morning, that a man who at first reports it was saying that he was a security guard, and now I'm hearing reports that he was the captain. Either way, it kind of matters, but I'm going to tell you why. A black man doing his job asked this pontoon type boat to move because it was parked in the spot that the ferry river boat, looks like a party boat, parks. So it looks like he's been asking them to move it anyway. It goes back and forth. You can find it on Twitter, YouTube. Everybody has the video up. And pretty much they jump him. White people. Sorry, I left that out. A white family. I think they're all related. Jump him. Pummel him. Women, men, whatever. Black people who are spectating start to help him. A boy who we found out that is 16 jumps from off the riverboat, swims fully clothed, shoes on. They're calling him Martavius Phelps, the black Michael Phelps, Michael B. Phelps. Swims. I'm talking full swim with clothes on. Swimming is hard nonetheless. If you ever swam in clothes, it double your weight because it sucks in all that water. Pulls himself up on the dock, takes off his shoes, and proceeds to help. Crazy. Anyway, once the boat docks, the rest of the crew member come on, confront the white people in the boat, and there is a full-blown melee. There is a man with a metal chair going to town. Okay? Now, to me, I don't think he was just a security guard. And I'm going to tell you why. The people, the crew on the boat, mind you, it is the crew that got off. And it looks like some spectators here and there, but the crew, because they had on blue shirts that said crew. The crew got off the boat with such fervor and such, oh, hell no, that ass whooping took. I don't think this man was just a dock security guard. He had a relationship. He had authoritarian presence over these crew members. And I'm getting the feeling that he was the best supervisor boss you can have. Nobody is going to jump off a boat if their supervisor is getting jumped that they don't give a fuck about. Like my supervisor at my old job, no, I'm going to watch you get this ass whooping. I don't care if you black or white. My supervisor now, oh, I'm jumping in. Matter of fact, I'm pushing her out the way and I'm jumping in. So that's the difference. That's what I felt like. Oh, hell no, he's ours. That's what I got. So, that's what I'm getting. So that's why I think he was more of a presence than just a security guard. No shade to security guards. I was a security guard in college, but I'm saying a security guard who worked on the dock mainly is not going to have that interaction with the crew that works on the boat. To me, for them to establish that sense of relationship where they felt the need to protect and defend him. To me, that's why it matters. If I'm wrong and he was just a security guard and they was just jumping in because the black man was getting jumped, I'm with that too. But I felt something, you know, I feels things. That boy jumped off that boat. Okay, Martavius Phelps. So this was in Montgomery, Alabama. The name of the boat was Harriet. This was perfect. This was perfect. Ooh, 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 ooh. This was perfect. Now, I saw some things talking about, is this the start of a race war? I don't believe so. I believe this was, try this in a small town, got you fucked up. Don't let your president get you fucked up. This is what I felt this was. There's a thing that white people do when they're talking to black people with the matter of factness of it all, the you this and you that. They try to do it to me in their meetings. When I first started working there, they tried to do that to me. I shut that all the way down. Shut that all the way down. Now you're not going to talk to me like that. I know you're used to talking to the help like that, and you see me as the help, but we're not going to do this. Okay? The shame on you. The no, you know what I'm talking about. They have a way of talking to people like that, and especially when it comes, it's a buck breaking type tone of voice. Stay in your lane, nigger. This is my this is go back to Africa. That kind of fucking talk. And the way that, so I hear some people saying, and I watched a lot of blogs and people's opinions on this, and I'm an objectivist. I leave my opinions at the door when it comes to absorbing information. I would like to completely hear both sides, both point of views before I make my decision, whatever you want to call that. And somebody said, as a security guard, his job is to de-escalate the situation. We can't hear what what they're saying because it's pretty much cell phone video taken from the riverboat to the dock. You can't hear what they're saying, but there's a lot of body language, a lot of expressive hand movements, and you could tell that this man was doing everything but de-escalating the situation. He was frustrated, and that also lends me to think that he had more authority than just a security guard. Like, this is my fucking space. This is for the riverboat. Get this piece of shit out of here. And I don't have to ask you nice because I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even on my level enough for me to say, excuse me, sir or ma'am, can you please move this boat? This riverboat has to dock. No, it's get this fucking shit out of here. It doesn't belong here. This is mine. So, and the white privilege of this is my land, don't try this in a small town. They probably was drinking, and he was sucker punched first. He was definitely sucker punched first. You can see that. And then he threw his head up in the air and it was on and popping. This is not the start of a race war. This is fuck around and find out. This is, you thought you had it because if we was alone, you would have never did this. You felt empowered to do this because you had backup, and this man was alone. He was alone on the dock. It gave you everything that you needed to physically attack this man, and you was not banking on other people to step in and assist. And when they did step in and assist to break it up, because the people who initially came to help were getting the white people off of him, they were not fighting back. What happened was, you got on your little pontoon boat, you were mighty, mighty comfortable. You was not expecting the aftermath because it had been over, police had been called. You thought that you were safe and you wasn't expecting the 8 or 9 riled up crew members that was waiting for this fucking boat to dock to get a piece of that ass. You thought everybody thought like Michelle Obama. When they go low, we go high. No, you were met with, when you go low, we go to hell. And trust and believe, the black men got there, because they were black men first in the video that I saw. And even in Southern hospitality, there is honor amongst thieves. The black men initially did not go after the white women. They went after the white men. They went after the white men. The white women went after the black men and started attacking them. And that is when the black women came. They came. Because initially it was the men, and the white women felt the need to interject themselves to protect their men like, you should, that's my man. But when you start hitting black men on the back of the head, you got your head snatched back by a woman in dreads, neatly folded into, in braids, neatly folded into a bun. And not only did she whoop the shit out of you, when she was done, she pushed you in the water. And then when that man was swinging that chair and you went to attack him, he hit you on the head with that chair. I don't condone senseless violence. I don't condone senseless violence. I think senseless violence is archaic, stupid, uneducated, a beast. Senseless violence, I don't condone. However, this was not senseless. This was purposeful. This was warranted. This ass whooping had a table of contents and a reference page. This is how intellectually dominant this ass whooping was. Okay? This ass whooping had a PhD and goes all over the country talking to college students about this subject. Okay? This ass whooping pledged a sorority and a fraternity at the same time. It's not senseless. It was needed. I loved it. And I'm not a white basher. I'm not a white basher. I don't hate white people. I love all people. I wish shit like this didn't have to happen. But I'm all for, if you start it, I will finish it. If you build it, they will come. If you start it, I will finish it. And I'm very much swat a fly with a shotgun. It's toxic. It's toxic. Yes. You give what you get. Energies was matched and then square rooted it. See, I was using my words as a black man. I was using my words. There might have been expletives, but who gives a fuck? I was using my words. I didn't put my hands on you. I used my words. You then replied to me with the fisticuffs. And not only did you reply with me with the fisticuffs, this wasn't a fair one. Because initially, they were shooting the fair one. And I don't think any black person would have stepped in, because we're all about shooting the fair one. The black man was working that white man that swung on him. I think he hit him twice. He hit him twice before he hit him back. He hit him the first time. The black man threw his hat up, and while he was throwing his hat up, the man swung again. You hit me twice. They was going at it. Another person jumped in, and then everybody jumped in. Let them fight. Shoot the fair one. You, and I don't even know if the old man was calling for help, but as soon as somebody else jumped in, then that was it. That was it. This is a group project at this point. Do I think we'll see more of these situations? If you keep your hands to yourself, then no. Then no. But if white people are going around being emboldened, it's one thing, like y'all calling the cops on us, y'all getting us shot by the police, y'all calling 911 because we're selling lemonade without a permit. You're doing all of these things, that you've been doing all these things, and you've been getting away with it because you've been keeping your hands to yourself. You have, except for the few videos that I watch where you've spit on us and got your shit rocked, shit like that, but it's always been a one-on-one. Okay, you spit on me, I'm knocking you the fuck out, I'm fighting you. You know, whatever. It's always, the videos I've seen has been a one-on-one. There might have been people standing around, but they did something to one person, they retaliated. This is the first video I've seen where it started out as a one-on-one and the antagonizers people jumped in. Right? The antagonizers people jumped in. And now other black people have had to jump in. So that is the difference. No, we're not going to see more of this. If you guys don't feel emboldened to have country music singers get you all riled up. The same country music singer that said try this in a small town, and when there was a shootout at his concert, ran and left all his fans to fend for themselves. I think it's Jason Aldean.